And the last part, we were really mean to a puny, not a puny, a jabby, because they're dicks. They sold out the tree to the X-Nauts. What assholes. So,
Let's go beat them up.
yeah, violent. Yeah, so these are kind of weird little minigame things. Like, I don't know if there's like a strategy to winning. Like, normally I have Flurry blow the other team down, and I think that helps. But most of the time, these can usually like win themselves. I have lost the not this one. I've lost the 100 battle one a few times, but like I don't really know what the winning strategy is.
Street Pass would later make this into a game.
Oh, the warrior. No, there's not enough rock paper scissors. And besides,
Well,
in that one, you just kind of cartoonishly kick the other dictator out of the country. And this one, you blow up their hive like a dick.
I like to remind the audience that those sirens were most likely installed before the X-Nauts took over the tree.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Also, we just left an entire tribe of animals homeless, so woo for that.
Fuck them, they're jabbies.
Yeah. Also, remember this place because it's important. You're gonna be backtracking back here, and the fuck are they doing? Okay.
My question is, how come the Punies couldn't get through the bars?
They're not cursed like we are.
Yeah, they cannot hope to turn sideways.
Look at them. They are physically smaller than the gaps between the bars.
They'd have to like squish through, and like that'd be uncomfortable. And they're also not very smart. Yeah, so this is actually kind of a heartwarming thing that we'll be seeing more of in a little bit. So she's just talking to a nameless puny at the moment, but yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yep, I cut out the backtracking because it is about 2 minutes to get back, which isn't actually that long of a time in terms of gameplay, but it'd be dead space for a commentary. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So now
Trim the fat.
yeah. So once you do that, like you watch this heartwarming reunion scene with everybody.
Nobody cares.
Everybody gathering in a circle, making things really uncomfortable, guys. Jeez, it looks like they're about to like do some Fight Club kind of shit, actually, instead of have a heartwarming brother sister and nothing else kind of scene.
It does that thing that Chow Garden fruit does, where it just shrinks.
Oh yeah, they'd have to like animate him biting it, and that's kind of hard when he doesn't have a mouth. Also, it's kind of hard to hug when you don't have arms.
Give me a nose rub, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so now we've got 101 Dalmatians, I mean punies, on our team. So
We can now beat up a horde of Pikmin.
yeah.
Feast, feast, feast.
Also,
They don't even have time to cram in before the
yeah,
load
they don't show all of them, thank God. Also, this part's really annoying because we need to walk all the way to the left here across this rafter. Thankfully, the punies won't fall off normally, but they do get scared by these fucking spiders. I think they're actually called piters. So what I recommend doing is instead of backtracking up and down to pick up all your punies over
Just
and over
go
again,
once.
just go once, kill all the enemies, and then go back.
Watch out,
yeah.
Here comes the Piter Man.
You're gonna basically need to have Coops kill them though, because I think you can jump on them, but then you fall down, and that's annoying. So, although depth perception is a thing, like that's actually
Everything's flat.
yeah, that's actually one kind of sticking point about Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It's kind of hard to tell where everybody's supposed to be, which can be a little bit disorienting.
When it comes to having to hit them anyway, yeah.
Yeah. This is a problem. This isn't too big of an issue. It's really only a problem right there and with the ultra jump, the spring jump. Actually, I think is what it's actually called. But I've noticed some things with the spring jump, which is much later in the game, that do tend to help alleviate some of that. But it's still a little bit of an issue. The most annoying thing, however, is when you're just missing one of these assholes, or when like you walk too far away from them and then 50 are technically not counted as being in your party for some reason.
Like right now.
Yeah, like right now. hut, 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 hut. Oh man,
Feast, feast, feast.
yeah. So, guys,
We were all sons of bitches that day.
I like how they just wait for us to go and for me to gather the rest of my forces before we start fighting. That's awesome. How like courteous of these guys to do that for us.
Oh man, this is just chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone I know is dead.
I
And no,
can't tell
they've
what's
got
going
swirly
on.
eyes. That means they're not dead. Oh yeah, see, they're only KO'd.
But now we're gonna leave them homeless and destitute.
Yeah.
Were you there during J Day?
Storming the bar.
Storming
the-
the tree of Omaha.
You read different World War II books than I did.
No, I'm pretty sure they're accurate.
Whatever. Boop.
I don't suppose these guys show up in battle.
The jabbies.
The
No,
puny-
they're just there for those little mini segments, which are
They have a
just-
puny swarm.
yeah. They're really only there for the segments that are supposed to be. They're just supposed to make them seem a little bit more useful than just stepping on switches. So yeah. You're right though. The puny theme, which is just basically what I call this track. I don't think most of these tracks have a real name, but the puny theme does get pretty repetitive. Also, I love the Yoshi's Island kind of drawings on that fake puny orb thing, whatever it's supposed to be. And coming in out of nowhere.
Oh man.
I have to admit, he got us pretty good with that one.
You do have to place the
Activate this, yeah.
yeah, in order to keep on going, because I don't think Flurry can actually blow away the thing that reveals that pipe there. So you need to
Staples shut.
yeah.
We cannot hope to blow this away.
So we can escape because we have the ability to turn on our side. But yeah, I don't think the rest of them can. So
Because we can't turn on their side.
no. So you go down here. This actually activates something earlier in the dungeon, where we got I think it was the blue key. So you gotta you hit the switch, and that activates something over there, and then you gotta backtrack to it. So again, this is where the backtracking nature of the game starts to set in, and you do get used to it after a while. It's just something you have to deal with when playing the game.
Get used to it, grow numb to it. The same thing.
Not necessarily numb. Like I do enjoy just.
I'm numb in chapter 4, damn it.
Well, it's really only JRPGs that get you used to forward constant motion, because Western RPGs are really backtracky by nature.
Well, yeah, I think it's just it's a different approach to game design.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you can either just keep moving forward and that's progress, or your progress can be in your objective and on your destination. And I think both have their merits. In this case, you're not really backtracking to old areas so much outside of like Trouble Center. It's more like each area is a sandbox, and you explore it pretty extensively in each chapter before moving on to the next little segment.
And it's like that's mostly what I'm talking about. Like WRPGs do that, like it just as a matter of course. So for my part, I'm really, really, really used to that.
Yeah. Also, Toadette's here. I think this is really like only her second or third appearance, because didn't she debut in Double Dash?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, and she's pretty adorable here.
Wait, is she just tutorial girl?
Specifically for new power-up items. Like these are the super boots. They're our power-up to our jump attack, which gives us extra damage and also a new field ability with them. Every time we get an upgrade to our boots or hammer, she pops up. It's basically the way that they explain it. Like the curse is the way of the curse guys explain the paper ability.
Kind of like that Moogle that just walks on screen in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much. She's just cheerful and everything like that. So, yeah. Also, there's a shine sprite there, and I believe there's a badge. Yeah, that's the charge badge, which is not terribly useful, but I get it anyway.
Completionism.
Well, no, it's not. This isn't actually even a completionist playthrough. The only thing I'm getting 100% of is the shine sprites.
But when you see something, you have to stop and get it.
Yeah,
It's
just principle of the thing.
Actually, a fun thing about this game, as opposed to
I missed.
a fun thing about this game, as opposed to other Paper Mario games, is that enemies can sometimes be holding badges and items. It's very rare. Like, I think it's like less than 1% in some cases that enemies will be holding badges.
Rare drops.
But it can happen, so you can grind badges, and you can actually sell your badges to the badge shop if you need money. So if there's some badges you don't ever use, like that charge badge, you can get a profit from it at the very least. Although I don't necessarily do that because a badge is like a tool to me, and once I have it, I don't want to get rid of it, even if I don't use it very often. Because what if I need it later, guys? Jeez.
Nah, sometimes just having it on your list is good enough.
Yeah. And also, now that we've got 100 of these things, trying to push them into holes gets a little bit annoying. Guys, get in the hole.
Are you too good for your home?
Yeah, there are some times where like you have to take the puny orb and put it back on like a good 3 times in order to get everybody in there.
I swear it's safe.
No.
You don't take fall damage.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I think we have to do that one more time. Yeah. Thankfully, we only have to do it one more time, and then we're done. I don't think there's ever any scenario where you can take control of these guys ever again. So.
Everyone get back here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ted, if I recall correctly, you said I don't remember if it was during a discussion, but one of the things that you criticized about, say, Sticker Star in specifically was the overemphasis on paper.
Yeah, it became a gimmick rather than a creative game design thing.
Yeah, like what's the difference between what Sticker Star does compared to what Thousand Year Door does? Like when you're like revealing a new area, like when a location reveals itself like a piece of paper, or
it's just it's kind of overdone. I think is more the thing, and I haven't played Sticker Star in a while, so specific examples aren't really coming to mind. But it's more just like fuck, it's been a while. I can't think of specific things. I do like the game's look. I just think that like they play up the paper aspect of Paper Mario when that's not really the most interesting thing about it. It's more the characters in the world. So like there'll be things like oh god, I'm sorry. I bumped my mic.
Can you get it? Do you think you can get away with saying sometimes they just
it's more interesting
hit you on the head like with the subtlety of a sledgehammer?
Yeah,
like saying, paper... "Get it? It's paper."
Yeah, here's the thing: the paperness in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is they thought of a traversal idea for Mario and they applied it to a paper aesthetic. Like you turn into a paper airplane to fly over gaps and stuff like that. And they used that for design, and I don't know what came first, was the idea of turning him into a paper airplane, or the idea of having him flying across gaps and having him become a paper airplane came from that. I don't know what the case was for Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. But in terms of Sticker Star, like, it was all visuals and no real gameplay, outside of the fact that there are stickers, which kind of made it, there was too much and not enough paper at the same time, if that made enough sense. Again, my memories of Sticker Star, specifics at the very least, are very vague because I put in more time with that game than I probably should have, but it's been a while, so I don't remember specifics very much. My problem with Sticker Star is definitely more with pacing, and if you thought Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door's backtracking was bad, you do not want to play Sticker Star, because that's just abysmal. But yeah, it's I feel like a dipshit because I feel like I'm talking bad about a game that I don't remember. But yeah,
well, it happens. Like unless it's a really memorable bad game, like say Sonic 06 or Ultima 9, you don't really. It's probably the kind of bad game that rings as dull in your mind, and that's not going to be memorable.
There were parts that legitimately pissed me off too, but it was very dull. Not that it didn't have its charming moments here and there, like Sticker Star. The thing I remember first was there's an area where like they treat like these special stickers as like a drug deal. So like a Toad goes like, "I got the goods." I thought that was pretty funny. But
this game has that too. Actually, one
What?
of the Trouble Center jobs.
oh, where you have to like deliver the package.
We have to deliver the package, and it's like
It's a
quite
drug.
obviously a drug joke.
Yeah. But you know, it's there. Not to say that Sticker Star is completely irredeemable. I love the soundtrack. I love the graphics. There are some funny things. It lacks the same soul that this game has. I don't want to spend too long bitching about that because I'd rather.
Yeah. I asked the question. I got an answer. So
Yeah, and I'm sorry that it wasn't a very good answer. I'd have to go back and play it to give you specific answers, and I'm not doing that anytime soon. So sorry. But anyway, in the next part, we actually have the end of Chapter 2. So. Hooray for that.
Hooray.
And I think Chapter 2's boss is one of the most memorable bosses in the game, so, you know, that's always fun.